What's up guys, Brunelle here. Today we're at Solvang Skate Park and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do frontside tail slides. Frontside tail slide is a good trick to learn if you can do frontside 5-0 grinds. And if you can do small frontside ollies. Because doing frontside tail, it's kind of the same motion as your shoulders when doing a front 5-0. It's just turning a little more, and then you want to do a small frontside ollie to get into the frontside tail slide. I guess the first thing we should go over when we're doing frontside tail slides is your foot placement. You want your front foot on the bolts right under, because it's what kind of guides the front of the board. You're going to want your back foot with your toe on the tail and your heel hanging off. The reason for that is when you're going up to the coping, you're going to go at a slight 45-degree angle and you're going to start kicking your board into the coping. It's a little bit of scraping like that and ollieing at the same time. First thing I would recommend is get used to doing them on flat ground, and I'm going to show you guys that. But, you know, having your feet like that is going to guarantee a pretty good tail slide. All right, so just like any trick when learning frontside tail slides, we're gonna first start on a smaller quarter pipe and kind of do more of a stall. And then from there, we're gonna work into going at a bigger angle and start doing frontside tail slides. So when doing frontside tail slides, you're going to go at more of like a 45-degree angle when you're going up to the coping. And you want to start scraping and sort of popping your board about, 6 inches from the coping, like right under, just a little bit later than you would like for a front disaster. And from there, you just want to stick your foot, like turn your shoulders and stick your back foot into the front tail. Let me start showing you guys some frontside tail slides. So it's crucial that when you're doing a frontside tail stall, you're gonna go more straight up and down and do the same motion with your feet. And when you're doing a frontside tail slide, you're just gonna go at more of an angle, but do the exact same thing with your feet. So it's basically the same motion as far as your feet and your body go. But when you're doing a slide, you're just gonna go at the angle and add a little bit more speed into it. Doing frontside tail slides, you want to make sure that you're leaning back on the slide, because that's what's going to push the board being able to slide. As long as you follow all the foot placement and everything else, you just go at an angle and lean back when you're in the tail slide. When starting to do tail slides, something that really helped me learning how to get the tail slide in position when I'm doing it on transition is I would start doing the scrape and the little ollie before the coping on flat ground and just landing on my tail. So let me show you guys some down on the flat bottom. So when starting to do frontside tail slides, when you're going up towards the coping, you're going to want to whip your board. And by that, I mean you want to just do like a slight manual and scrape, kind of turn your board 180 degrees. And from that point, you want to kick your back leg to straighten out your back leg. You want that knee to lock, and it sticks the tail slide in place. So let me show you guys what I mean by the scrape / ollie. One way to get really good used to it is by doing it on flat ground. So you see how I ollie and I stick my tail down and I'm fully pressed on the tail? That's the exact same thing you want to do when you're doing it on transition. So by getting used to it on flat ground, it's really going to help you once you have that dialed in, just to move it over to a quarter pipe. All right, so when you guys are going to start doing the frontside tail slides, you're going to want to come at the quarter pipe at an angle, kind of like my board is here. you're gonna go at like 45 degrees or so. And when you're about, you know, a couple inches from the coping, that's when you wanna start doing that pop and that scrape that I was talking about. You do the pop and the scrape, and you simultaneously straighten your back leg. As long as your knee locks and you're kind of just light on the front foot, your foot's in the right position, that's when you guys are gonna start doing frontside tail slides. You wanna lean back when you're in that frontside tail slide and just make sure you have that knee locked, and that tail slide's gonna go. And when you're ready to go in, it's just a drop in from there. So you guys got them. That's how you do frontside tail slides. So when you first start doing frontside tail slides, you want to have a good eye of where the coping is at. Over time, it becomes muscle memory, and you always kind of figure out the right spot to pop. But when you're starting to learn them, make sure you have an eye of where the coping's at, because you don't want to go over into hang up, and you don't want to be too far below. You just want to find that happy spot just so you can get perfectly into that front tail. So when doing frontside tail slide, you want to kind of wind up your shoulders and have your arms coming around, and then you're going to want to open them up when you're doing the scooping and popping to get into the front tail. From there, when you're scooping, that's when you want to straighten your back leg. It's kind of like you're stepping down and killing some ants or something, you know? Straighten that back leg and you land right in the frontside tail slide. So kind of like that. And you want to have your shoulders stopped. If you keep rotating them, you're going to revert out, or you're just going to slip out. So it's important to kind of, you know, have your front arm forward, back arm back, and just kind of looking where you want to go. Looking over the shoulder is important when doing front tail. So like kind of like looking and then stick it. And you just kind of hold it so you don't rotate out.
Yes, Al.
All right, guys. So once you learn frontside tail slides, you can start doing variations with them too. Let me show you. All right, guys, so that's how you do frontside tail slides. It's good to start from doing a stall on a smaller quarter pipe. From there, just adding speed, going at an angle, and then you can start doing them on bigger quarter pipes. But, you know, just follow all the steps in here. Don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away. It is a hard trick. But if you have any questions about the trick, leave them in the comments below. If you guys have any trick requests or any tricks you want to learn, just also leave those in the comments. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.